Connor hardly spoke a word on the drive back from school. When they got home, he tossed his books on the hall table and silently turned on the lights. Then he disappeared into the kitchen and began preparing dinner. Martha followed him and sank down at the large table.
I found something out today.
Blake told you about Elizabeth Bedford's murder. Do you like your chili with or without beans?
How did you know? Were you spying on us?
You were the only two people sitting on the bleachers. Not hard to miss. Anyway, I did some detective work of my own. I cut class and went down to the newspaper office this morning. Read some pretty unpleasant stuff about this place.
Well, you probably don't know half of it. At least not all the important details.
Okay, then tell me.
Well, the Bedford house was built by the same people who founded the town over 100 years ago.
They forgot all about eating. As Martha told the story, Connor just sat there, his chin in his hands, his eyes lowered. Even when she recalled the scene of the murder, Connor just listened, his face unmoved.
Connor? Are you in a trance or what? Connor?
They're not sure it was Dennis.
Of course it was him. He was crazy and jealous, and he killed Elizabeth in my bedroom. I don't want to live in a house that's supposed to be haunted. Where someone was killed, people will think I'm weird and bad luck. I'll never have any friends.
I thought you didn't believe in ghosts.
All the coincidences. My room, the phone call, the scarecrow, the fire last night.
So now you don't believe I started it.
Maybe the house made you start it. Well, did you?
No.
Maybe you just forgot, left it on and went to bed.
Maybe I had my mind on other things.
I know what you think. The phone call was just a joke, and the wind blew the scarecrow up in the tree, and my closet door just closed because of the draft, and... Oh, just leave me alone!
Martha ran up to her room and threw herself down on the bed. Maybe it was all coincidences, but Connor was holding something back. She could feel it. And Dennis was dead. And she was in the room where he had murdered Elizabeth.
There's something out there, trying to crack the glass.
Martha switched off her light. Edging cautiously towards the window, she looked out. For a split second, the clouds struggled apart, and in the pale moonlight, Martha saw a shape on the ground.
That's what it was. Just a branch breaking. Oh, that must be Blake. He said he'd call.
With a surge of relief, Martha raced to the hall to get to the phone before Connor answered it.
Hello?
Hello, Elizabeth.
Who is this? Who is this?
You're dead, Elizabeth. Trick or treat.
Who was it? Martha? Who was it on the phone?
I don't know. He called me Elizabeth. He said I was dead.
Wasn't I supposed to answer the phone from now on? Look, it's just a crank caller. Everyone in Bedford knows that Elizabeth died here on Halloween.
You still think it's funny, don't you? It never entered your mind that something terrible might happen. No!
This time, I'll get it. Hello?
Hi, it's Blake. Is Martha there?
Yeah, she's right here. It's Blake. You think your heart can take it?
Get lost, Connor.
Anything you say.
Hello?
Hi, Martha. Listen, Greg and Win are here at my place. We thought we'd head out for a pizza. Want to come along?
Now?
I know it's short notice.
Oh,
but...
no. I'd love to. I'm starving.
Great. We'll pick you up in half an hour.
Thanks. Connor?
Yep.
I'm going out for a while to a restaurant with some friends.
Lucky you.
See you.
When Greg's car pulled into the drive, Blake hopped out, helped Martha into the back seat, and climbed in to sit beside her. Wynne huddled next to Greg in the front seat, turning her face away from the house and not looking up until they were back on the main road.
Hey, Greg.
What?
How about giving Martha an exclusive Bedford by Night tour?
Oh, that'll be
Stop it,
fun.
you guys. You know nothing's open in Bedford past 9 o'clock.
Yeah, even the
Absolutely.
sidewalks are closed. But we're on our way to the hottest spot in town. Yes, sir. It doesn't even close till 11 o'clock.
Well, let's go. Come on. Oh, this place looks like it's a bit of a dump. But the pizza's good.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, have you written your ghost story yet for creative writing class? You know, personally, I wish we'd voted for another subject.
What? A romance?
No.
About a mysterious stranger who sneaks into girls' rooms at night and...
A stranger with sexy blue eyes and thick, wavy
Oh,
hair.
cut it out, you two.
Speaking of blue eyes,
What's the story with your brother? Besides the fact that he's a genius and has every girl in Bedford fantasizing.
Connor, a genius. You mean he actually talks in class? He's usually in a world of his own.
And he plays a mean game of basketball.
And he cooks. At least better than his mom. And he likes to walk in the woods.
Well, that's nice. It shows that he's sensitive as well as...
what?
Nothing.
Romantic?
Well, maybe. Well, we sure could use some guys around here with a little sensitivity.
Don't I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry.
It had been a long while since Martha had had such a good time, and she hated the evening to end. After dropping Wynne off, Greg insisted that Blake borrow his car to drive Martha home. She felt shy about being alone with him, but Blake soon put her at ease, driving around and showing her the general layout of the town. When the heater in the car got temperamental, Blake's arm slipped easily around Martha's shoulders and stayed there the rest of the way home.
I'm glad you could come.
Me too.
Lucky Connor.
Why?
He gets to live with you. Well, Martha, see you tomorrow.
Bye, Blake.
Martha stood at the door and watched the car disappear down the drive into the woods.
Can it be possible? Blake Chambers with me. There must be something wrong with him. No. He's perfect. Dream on, Martha. It's locked. Why'd he lock it? Is he afraid too? Oh no, I must have left my keys upstairs. Connor! Let me in! I've forgotten my key! Oh, damn. He's probably fallen asleep studying, the genius at work. Or he's in the bathroom clear at the back of the house. Connor! Connor!
She edged her way down the side of the house, her eyes darting nervously at every sound, every shadow. The backyard seemed alive with foggy shapes. Martha craned her neck, trying to pick out the bathroom window, the small one, there, right next to the window of her own empty room.
Except it isn't empty. There's a light on the ceiling. A pale light, making shadows on the walls.
In horror, Martha watched as the light moved, then stopped, then moved again.
It's as if it's lost, as if it's searching for something.
Martha's hand flew to her mouth, stifling her scream as a silhouette slowly took shape in the window above, uncoiling up the flickering wall. A person was suspended there, watching her.
Connor!
What's the trouble, Martha?
There's someone in my room! Call the police, hurry! What's the matter with you? I can't go by myself!
Okay, I'll take a look.
Casually, Connor turned and went inside, up the stairs, straight to Martha's bedroom. As Martha huddled in the hall, he turned on her light and checked every corner of the room, including the closet.
There's nothing here.
There was something. I couldn't get in the front, so I went around the back looking for you. And there was a light in my room, and he was right here looking out, and... Why wouldn't you let me in?
Maybe we better talk about this in the morning.
You
when
knew I
regain
didn't have
your
my
sanity.
key. You stood up here and just watched me, probably laughing at me.
Martha, it could have been clouds breaking or me turning on the hall lights or anything. Look, if you want, I'll sleep in here tonight, and you can take my room.
No, thank you. Well, okay. Just for tonight.
Martha felt strange being in Connor's room, with his books and clothes scattered around, his shirt draped over the back of a chair. It was even stranger getting into his bed. For a long while, she couldn't sleep. When she finally did, she dreamed she was running through the black maze of the house, pursued by a shadow with no face. Next day, late for school and cramming for a test, Martha had no time for suspicions about Connor. But when Wynne took her for a walk at lunchtime, Martha couldn't resist talking about him.
What do you think of Connor? I mean, really.
I'd like him to carry me off and love me forever. Why, is it that obvious? Oh, I'm just not good with boys. I'm too big. Maybe I frighten them off. They know me, but they never ask me out.
I'd love to introduce you to
Oh,
Connor.
no. Only I'm too nervous. No, I don't want you to think you're my friend just because of Connor.
When?
No, see,
I don't.
friends are important to me. My best friend died last year. You may have heard about it. The town's full of stories. Except nobody really talks to me about it. They don't want to upset me. Only I wish they would, 'cause the truth is, I don't remember. They sent me to doctors, but I still can't remember much about that night. People say I found my friend, Elizabeth, and that someone had killed her, but I only remember terrible, horrible fear and the long dark.
What's that?
Just dark. Darkness that went on and on forever. I try so hard, but I can't remember. That's why I acted funny when we picked you up yesterday. I hadn't been back there for a long time.
Well, thanks for telling me, Win. We don't have to talk about it ever again, and you don't ever have to come to the house.
No, I want to. I need to. I just have to get up the nerve.
Well, whenever you want, it's okay. Is this the original part of the town we're in?
Yeah, hasn't changed for maybe 100 years. I'll bet Bedford's quite a change for you. You must have had a million things to do back in Chicago.
Yeah, but now I'm gone. I wish I'd done more.
You probably had lots of boyfriends there, didn't you?
A couple. Boy, I was stupid, though.
Why?
Well, there was this one guy who really liked me, and he was nice, too, and cute. And my dad thought he was wonderful. But I liked this other guy more. He was so cool and handsome. Ooh, he was such a jerk.
That's what people said about Dennis, too. That's just like Dennis and Elizabeth. But they're wrong. All of them.
About what?
About Dennis. Well, yeah, he could be a jerk sometimes, and he was always getting into trouble, but he didn't kill Elizabeth. He couldn't have. He loved her.
I thought... Connor heard they broke up. That Dennis was kind of upset about it.
They did break up, and Dennis wanted her back. He was jealous, that's all, because she was with somebody else, but he never would have done something so awful.
After they broke up, Elizabeth had a new boyfriend?
Yeah, she went with Blake. He never talks about it. He kind of keeps everything in. But when you came and moved into her house, Elizabeth, it really shook everyone up. Not just Blake and me, everyone.
Win? What are you talking about?
You see, Elizabeth was small like you, and her hair was blonde and about the same length as yours. Even the things you and I laugh about were the same. You're such a nice person, Martha. So much like her. You remind me so much of Elizabeth.